This Real Agriculture podcast is brought to you by Genesis Fertilizers. Nitrogen fertilizer is your farm's #1 expense. Farmers are working together through Genesis Fertilizers to solve the problem of high prices and security of supply by planning a state-of-the-art nitrogen plant. Security and earnings through ownership is the solution. Visit Genesis today at genesisfertilizers.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Bernard Tobin. Welcome to Real Agriculture. Today, I'm at the University of Guelph's Ridgetown campus with Dr. Dave Hooker from the University of Guelph. Dave, how's it going?
Yeah, going great.
Awesome. Hey, now Diagnostic Day's here today, and you're doing a tour of the long-term rotational trials here at the campus. And this story is really about diversity and the importance of diversity in the rotation. Tell us about the impact it can make.
Yeah, diversity is important. Diversity is important. We have to look at crop diversity. We talk about diversity all the time in crop rotations. We talk about diversity and cover crop mixes. Like, that's a very common topic. But I think we need to pull back a little bit from the importance of diversity and focus more on the functional aspects that one species may have on maybe on a community or on the rest of the crops in a rotation, say.
Now, speaking of that, you are sort of now a member of a new group of scientists like yourself that are really trying to understand that diversity and really, maybe unleash it to a new level.
Yeah, that's right. So this group was initiated in the U.S., I think from USDA, but there are very few long-term trials across North America, but each one of them has incredible value. And we thought, or this group thought, that it would be even more valuable if we can pool the data from all of these long-term trials together. Then we can notice trends like weather effects, different environment effects. And this group is called DRIVES. And it was started by a PhD in, I think, in Cornell University. Her name is Ann Bybee Finlay. And she started this group along with other USDA researchers and university researchers in the US. And they asked us, they said, hey, would you like to be part of our group? And so this Ridgetown trial is part of that group, and the Elora rotation trial just north of Guelph, it is also part of this group. So we're sharing our data, we're sharing our results in addition to these other trials.
Now, Dave, we've talked a lot about diversity. We know it's important. I guess the challenge for you scientists is why? How does it work? And how do you leverage diversity in other systems and throughout cropping systems?
Yeah, so this group with DRIVES, it is mainly focused on diversity, but of course there's an interest in the group. What is really driving the crop responses or mixture responses, let's say in a crop mixture? What is so special about some of these species that are driving the change, or why some crops are performing better in a mixture or with higher diversity? So I think we have to detract a little bit from the diversity name and just the word itself, and focus a little bit more on the functional aspects that one crop has over another.
A crop like wheat, for example, one of your favorites, has some incredible impacts on following crops, and learning more about that is key.
Yeah, exactly. So wheat has special characteristics. We've seen this at the Ridgetown trial here, almost exact same results at the Elora rotation trial, different environment, different systems there, but we're seeing the same results there, the impact that wheat has. And we know that soybeans, for instance, they do not do as well in a corn-soybean rotation as they do in a soybean-wheat rotation, right? Same diversity there. We have two crops in each of that corn-soybean or soybean-wheat rotation, but the soybeans do better in that soybean-wheat rotation. And we can say the same thing, wheat improves corn as well in a corn-soybean-wheat rotation. And so it just really underlines the value. There's something special and functional that wheat is providing that makes other crops in the rotation better.
Now, Dave, you say wheat is special when it comes to the rotation. What are some of those aspects?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's a question that I'm highly interested in. What is so special about the wheat? What is it providing to the system to make corn and soybeans that much better. And I think it's to do with the building of organic matter that wheat or small grain cereals provide. Small grain cereals and wheat, of course, has a fibrous root system, and we know that wheat or small grain cereals convert a lot of the photosynthate that is manufactured. It goes to feed microorganisms in the soil. So 40%, up to 40% of the photosynthate doesn't go to make plant parts. It goes simply as exudates to feed the microbial activity in the soil. So that's relatively new research. And then another piece of new research is that we know now that about 50% of the soil organic matter is probably made or manufactured from the turnover of the microbial biomass. So I think those two go hand in hand, and I think that's the key to wheat, and that's what we need to investigate further.
Final question for you. Your new group, Drives, what are we going to see from you folks down the road?
The DRIVE stands for Diverse Rotations Improve Valuable Ecosystems Services.
Oh, I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, that's quite a mouthful, and it took me a little bit to memorize that. I still stumble over it. But this group is really looking into those functional aspects and looking at how the crops vary with weather. So as the climate is changing, as we get into different weather patterns, we can answer some of those questions. Like if we get more hot, dry conditions, how important are some of these cropping systems? How are they able to withstand some of those changes in the weather?
Well, great stuff, Dave. I know he's always up to something, and we look forward to hearing from you and the new organization.
Oh, thanks, Bern. Looking forward to it.